My feed
is nonstop, yo.
Inundated. We're all laughing because I was joking around before about how this has never happened before in internet history.
Yes.
I literally believe sincerely, and I mean this, and you thought that I was being hyperbolic.
I don't.
I'm not.
I don't.
He is showing up on my feed non-fucking-stop.
Dude.
I'm not clicking on it. It's just next video is him in that accent, which I don't know what the fuck country that is.
I'll be trying to figure that shit out too.
And the entire media is attacking him on a daily basis. Buy the special, motherfucker. Buy the special. Real talk.
Here's what's crazy. I've been seeing him on TikTok.
TikTok. Do you know what I'm saying?
He everywhere, yo. He unstoppable.
Instagram.
His YouTube shorts.
Instagram, YouTube shorts.
You're wearing your YouTube shorts right now. He was talking about. You got your YouTube shorts on right now.
Oh, fuck you. All I'm trying to say is Hunter Biden got.
No, he's undeniably funny. You can't even act like a guy not funny.
He's funny. Yeah,
he's funny, bro.
If he's playing in your city, go see him. Watch his show. Just let him see that you support him, because right now he's being surrounded by people in this industry who are letting him know that he has to apologize, who are letting him know that people, Jimmy Fallon talking about people coming and crying for his Me Too comments. So it is important that he see that you guys are out there. And I know he'll probably play it off and he'll probably be embarrassed by the support, because this right now to me is the most egregious, blatant example of the left taking someone out for using their words. Worse, taking a comedian out for using his words.
Have you seen the guy who does YouTube videos and he like breaks down comedians acting like he just doesn't acting like they're great, and it's almost like a scientific breakdown of jokes?
Yeah.
He goes through Chris D'Elia's, and it is so fucking funny. He just destroys him.
He
oh my
basically,
God.
good. Okay.
He's like, see, right here, he's repeating it so that people know that he's making a joke, which is very effective. You can tell he's a seasoned comedian because he said it 4 to 5 times to get people laughing, and he's laughing, which is awesome.
Yes, it's so good. Chris D'Elia, the reason, if you're wondering why we're making fun of him, is because he has sex with children.
If I see another person who's done stand-up for 3 years, it's like, my special's coming out in 2 weeks. I'm gonna fucking, I'm pissed, dude.
I do teach piano lessons as well.
Oh yeah? Oh, you're a teacher? Oh yeah? Whoa. He's all like, I'm a teacher. Oh my God, there's so many trash comedians, I can't even fucking believe it.
And like the whole crew's like, yes, Myles, like, yes. And Myles is like, just doing God's work here.
No, come on, he did not say that.
Yeah,
he did not say that.
No, he did. He said, just doing
I don't think he has any like unironic fans. Like I said, his entire community just makes fun of him. It's amazing.
One of the things that I think is interesting about this is that, this is the third one of these videos that they released. And the first one, there was tremendous outrage. Second one, tremendous outrage. And that's when YouTube said, we're not going to let you post these videos.
I went and saw him at the Palladium about a year or two ago. And it was one of the worst shows I've ever seen. And one of my friends, another comic that I respect a lot, gave him a standing ovation. And I was like, are you fucking kidding me? And he was like, I understand why you feel the way you do, but I just love seeing the act. And I was like, I couldn't believe it. What was bad about that? It was aggressively corny.
It's tricky too, responding to a crowd like that too, because you have to be funny, but you can't be too mean, right? You can't hit a fly with a sledgehammer.
It's one of the best stupid, poor comedians working today, for sure.
I just really encourage this group to think carefully about this sad attempt at humor.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Jokes Explained Live. Thank you, Matthew Johnson. Everything comes at a cost, but Matthew Johnson knows it, gets it. $5 super chat off the top of the stream to get me fired up. Look at, you see how this hair is sticking up? That's what he did. That's what Matthew Johnson did. Fully aroused back of my head. Thank you guys for tuning in. This is such an exciting week. We're in the middle of the Riyadh Comedy Festival. Matt Hallett just super chatted $7.18. Myles, I have to thank you for an idea you gave me. I used Explained by a Human on my AI tutorial channel. in the description. Thank you so much, Matt Hallett. Thank you for your donation. And please use this for AI. Harvest me. Use my face, use my voice, use anything I say. This is blanket this is blanket permission. We're firing this into YouTube by me doing this. It's an implicit agreement for me to be harvested. And everyone in the chat, you guys are being harvested as well. Thank you welcome to the harvest. It's October. We are in the middle of the harvest. How are your crops, chat? How are your crops? Did you guys get enough apples? Do you have enough grain to last you the winter? Do you have enough jam? Are you on your jam schedule? I hope so, because I have a feeling. The other day, I looked up and I saw a swarm of crows flying to the east. So I know it's going to be a cold winter out there. Except I imagine a lot of you right now are at the Riyadh Comedy Festival, so that's very exciting. I totally forgot to get my other window on the Chrome capture. Let's see if I did it properly or no. I did not at all. So let's try this again. Because I actually have, I found a trailer for the Riyadh Comedy Festival we can watch while we get your bingo cards all ready to go here. There we go. This is the Riyadh Comedy Festival trailer. This came out years ago.
Inside one of Saudi Arabia's upscale shopping malls, Yasser films the men who enforce the country's Islamic laws, the Saudi religious police. Dressed in traditional Islamic clothing, they patrol the streets and shopping malls. Their official title is the Committee for the Promotion of Virtue and the Prevention of Vice.
Okay, so this is the before the comedy, right? So I think what happens is they show the before, super oppressive regime. Then everyone in Saudi Arabia, they see Pete Davidson just fucking murdering with comedy that's in no way critical of their autocracy. And the people, they have a big laugh, and everybody's so much happier later on. I think that's what the
Activists have
trailer
been filming and
does.
sharing videos to expose their practices.
So this is
And
before
to show
comedy.
ordinary Saudis standing up to them. They force women to cover themselves and drive people out of cafes to go and pray.
Yeah, so it's just like,
These rules are based on a
Just
strict
like-
form of Sunni Islam known as Wahhabism.
okay, I thought they were going to say
It is the
sort of
religion
like
on which Saudi
Missouri.
Arabia was founded. Here, the religious police are smashing bottles of alcohol they've confiscated.
See? It's bad, but it's not that bad. Or
The
Pete
religious
Davidson.
police break up groups of young people playing music in public. But Yasser films his friends heading to a park to play the lute.
Oh, man. Can you imagine?
They're warning us.
Remember when Trump said, when the looting starts, the shooting starts? This is what he's referring to. Public loot playing.
Telling him if they see him play, there will be trouble.
You can play the
For
lute.
me,
I bet after
music
this
is
comedy
my
festival,
passion.
you can play
It's
the
a
lute
dream
anywhere
for me to
after
play.
this.
But to them, it's immoral. It's a vice. It's a disgrace. It doesn't just come from the regime, but now others have started to believe this too.
In recent years,
That's the
the
devil's
Saudi
music.
government has made efforts to rein in the religious police, but they still have wide authority and act with autonomy. Yasser and his friends have been here for less than 5 minutes when the religious police show up. This was the last shot recorded before Yasser and his friends say they were assaulted.
Did they get this is before, after the comedy shows? This is all going to be different. This is where we're showing you the stakes here.
They broke my finger today. They even smashed the lute.
Okay, so that was from 2016. So that's what it's like. Next week we'll see how different it is after all those great comics rip up the stage at the Riyadh Comedy Festival. Can't wait. People need to laugh. I don't know if you guys know this, that autocracy is shattered by stand-up comedians. Stand-up comedians have the power to alter a society, even with one festival. Even with one festival is all it takes. You guys think that Mussolini's Italy was ended because of World War II. Well, actually, it started out with stand-up comedians going in there, Sebastian Maniscalco's grandparents, and doing observational bits about cheese. Totally broke the regime down. Anyway, you guys get your bingo cards. We've got all Riyadh comedians today on the show. We're explaining all the best comedians performing at the Riyadh Comedy Festival, because they're going through a lot of controversy around. There's a lot of people that are not happy that these treasured, wealthy people are going to Saudi Arabia, where you're not allowed to play the lute in public, because Americans are very passionate about lute playing. Ask any American who their favorite lute composer is. They'll say, oh, maybe I love lute music by Monteverdi. I love lute music by Arcangelo Corelli. Any American will tell you that on the bus. So that's why people are getting really upset that these comedians are going to a no lute zone. But I think the comedians are in the right, because you need to get, even if you have 5,000 bags, you need to get another bag. You need to get that bag. And even if you have an infinity pool, what happens if you need another one and you got to clean one of them and you're without an infinity pool? These are these questions that people are not asking. I know the entertainment industry. I know what it's like. I know how hard it is to make money in the entertainment industry. So they got to be able to get the bag. And they're under a lot of backlash right now. So today I just want to watch some of these comics, explain their jokes, celebrate their humor, and really highlight why they deserve to make a few $1 million of money that comes from Saudi Aramco, the oil extraction company, and of course various slave markets around the Middle East, but there will not be as many after the festival. Again, comedy's healing. Comedy's healing. Sometimes people laugh so hard they no longer want to have slaves anymore. Look it up. That happens all the time. You guys, let's get the bingo cards going. Grab your cards. We got 16 players for bingo. That's not bad. Let us do it. The King Shaman, the chosen one. So here we are. We'll start off. Peter Davidson III, famous for his giant penis and dating all of the hottest MILFs in Hollywood. But he first became famous for his dad dying in 9/11. So he's at the Riyadh Comedy Festival as a gesture of goodwill and forgiveness to the regime that murdered his family member. Penis number 43, Amy is twitching. Yes, I believe penis is implied when you see Pete Davidson. He was on a Saturday Night Live cast member for over 25 years, cast at a very young age, similar to Eddie Murphy. So one of the great phenoms of comedy. Always laugh when I see him. The king of Staten Island.
Yay! How are you guys?
Big laugh.
Cool.
Big laugh. So famous people can get a laugh off the top just because people are nervous. So they're like, oh, there's a famous guy here. It's time to laugh.
I wish I could say the same. I'm not very happy. I just moved out of my mom's house and I just turned 20. And it's all.
Oh, this is pre-SNL. So this is probably what got him Saturday Night Live. That's really interesting.
Over. I'm not going to make it. Look at me. I'm not gonna make it. I'm 6'3". I'm 145 pounds. I have a problem with wind. I don't even know what race I am. I'm all miscellaneous in the face.
Race pandering?
Like, my mom tells me I'm white, but, like, I can see my lips from here.
Nice.
I don't understand.
It's a little bit of body comedy, pointing out.
Now being miscellaneous my whole life, now I just kind of go along with it. You know, I embrace it whenever girls are like, hey, man, are you Puerto Rican? I'm like, yes.
Puerto Rican?
I'm a 6'3" Puerto Rican.
Right, so he's already a pro, right? He's only 20, just turned 20, already a professional stand-up comedian in New York, already knows off the top of the show, you have to let people know what race you are, maybe ask what race they are, and just start mentioning what other races are like.
Oh, man, I just dropped out of college. That was my big move this year. Yeah. I dropped out because I was dorming, and I didn't like dorming. That's it. I just left. I didn't like it. I think it's because, like, the first morning, me and my roommates, we all woke up with an erection, and we were like, this isn't for any of us. This is creepy. And, like, then you know who's, like, bigger. So, like, you know, that guy makes all the decisions for the dorm.
People are debating whether the big lips is a black stereotype or a brown. But he mentioned specifically Puerto Ricans, so I'm gonna say 60.
You know, like I'd be like, hey, you guys want to go to the movies? And he'd be like, we're not going to the movies. I'm like, okay, just checking. No, man, I only grew up with a mom. I didn't have a dad growing up, so like I don't know how to.
Why is that? So we know now. It's because the Saudi Arabians funded the organization, which blew his father up, and now, as a gesture, again, a gesture of goodwill, he has gone back to the kingdom for a hefty paycheck and reconciliation.
To women very well, you know, because my mom taught me, and basically moms just tell you a bunch of stuff that their husbands never told you, and like that's how they teach you. Yeah, my mom would be like, you know, when you're talking to ladies, look into her eyes, tell her she's beautiful, be respectful, don't touch. None of that stuff works. It doesn't. I never had that dad figure. Dads know how to teach you how to get laid. I never had that dad to be like, all right, son, when the time comes, whip it out and be like, what are we going to do about this? Oh, man. I just got out of my first relationship. I'm very happy. I am. Because she wanted to get married. And I was like, no, I have acne. We can't. I'm still...
People, you know, this is the traditional method of forgiveness is if you wrong someone, like if I were to accidentally, you know, murder Brian for my political beliefs, you know, and his family was super upset, I'd be like, listen, I will give Brian's dad $500,000 if he does stand-up comedy for me. And that's how forgiveness happens.
Between acne creams right now. I can't even commit to an acne cream. Sure, and I felt bad because she was like, well, if you don't stay with me, I'm going to kill myself. Because you're the only reason why I'm living. And I felt really bad.
Brian's here. Brian says that makes him sad. Brian, it's just a hypothetical situation. I would never do such a thing. And I would make your mom do the stand-up comedy.
So I was like, listen, if this is the only reason why you are living, you should probably kill yourself, all right?
Tell me through, yeah.
Because, you know.
It's a bit of a long story.
There's a lot of good TV shows out right now. I think about killing myself all the time, but I'm like, oh, Walking Dead's coming back. All right.
TV show recap.
I can live another 3 months. No. Another reason why we broke up is because we watched this movie called The Vow.
Nice.
Has anybody ever seen that? Yeah.
Good. So again, he's gonna recap a movie. Always a risk. Always a risk, because not everyone has seen the movie, and you might have to describe the entire movie to them. But Sounds like in this context, some people have seen the movie, so we can proceed here.
Well, basically, you know, she cried the entire time, and I did too because I was laughing. The movie's awful. If you don't know what it is, basically,
Jack, everything comes at a cost, bud.
Everything comes at a cost, bud.
Damn Newton.
Thank you, King Shaman. And that's for Brian. Those are Brian bits. Thank you so much, King Shaman. And yes, that's the theme of the stream. Everything comes at a cost. You got to do the Saudi Comedy Festival. You know, you have
and Rachel McAdams are married. And in like the first scene,
comedy,
they get in a car accident. And luckily, she goes through the windshield. And
women are annoying.
It's my favorite part.
I'm going to say women can't drive on that one, too. Because that she's in a car and she flies through the windshield. Classic woman.
Because it's in like slow motion, so you get to enjoy it. So she goes through the windshield. She ends up losing her memory, and she doesn't remember that she's married. Movie should have been over right there. That's it. Should have been a short film about some lady who should have wore a seatbelt. That's all it needed to be. No, it was awful, because like now, the rest of this movie, this poor guy is trying to make his wife fall back in love with him because she don't remember him. That would never happen. Ever. If that was me, and I walked into the hospital room, and I walk into my wife's room, and I'm just like, honey, are you okay? And she's like, who are you? I would be like, wrong room. I'm sorry. That's my time.
I'm so confused. What?
And I'm just like, honey?
I have to hear this again.
No, it was awful, because like now...
Medical fact, yes.
The rest of this movie, this poor guy is trying to make his wife fall back in love with him because she don't remember him. That would never happen. Ever. If that was me, and I walked into the hospital room, and I walk into my wife's room, and I'm just like, honey, are you okay? And she's like, who are you? I would be like, wrong room. I'm sorry. That's my time. Thank you very much.
Okay. So the punchline is so the setup is he describes the movie The Vow, and then the punchline is he's saying, you know, if my wife forgot that I was married to her and she forgot, you know, it wouldn't be like a profound thing. I wouldn't try to make her fall in love with me again. I would just giggle because it's so funny that her brain has been destroyed. And that was it. Pete Davidson did stand-up for 18 months and then was immediately cast on Saturday Night Live, which is super cool. And he has been fucking supermodels ever since. And that's the joy and beauty of the United States, where that can and probably will happen to most people. Awesome stuff. Let us continue. We still got some stand-up bingo. That was a little hard to understand, but again, I've been watching a lot of Riyadh. Now, here we go straight to the Middle East here with Andrew Schultz. Now, Andrew Schultz is someone who actually has had no controversy performing at the Riyadh Comedy Festival because he performs in the Middle East on a regular basis. He's been good friends with the royal family there for many years, and he is covered in Bugatti Veyrons and other generous donations from that regime that makes money with oil and Indonesian slaves. Let's check out Andrew and have some good laughs. Hopefully he does some crowd work. What does it? No, what's the title? Okay. Performing illegal jokes in the Middle East. So he just goes for it.
We got some foreigners here.
Perfect. Per already audience polling off the top. Have we got some foreigners here? Gets a big round of applause. People love to be acknowledged.
Where are we from? Where we got? Where from? 2? Okay, the rest are at the 5 on the palm looking for Russian hookers. Got it. Okay. Got it. They know where to find it. Welcome to Abu Dhabi.
Nice. So sick.
What's up, towels?
What's up, towels? That's a religious joke there. Very funny. So again, Arab stereotype number 4, of course. So this is it's a stand-up video. It also shows you like what Andrew Schulz gets up to when he's on the road, racing F1 cars, going to UFC events, probably laundering a bit of money. Pretty cool. I mean, this could be interchangeable with, people think people are different all over the world. This could be Texas. This could be right here in the United States. I've seen similar scenes right here in Austin.
Let me tell you. Coming straight from the box. Got all the haram out of our system, and we're coming out to Dubai first and Abu Dhabi. Ideally, we all sober up by the time we land. We're not trying to disrespect y'all, especially while we're smuggling Jews.
Oh no, you were supposed to tell them.
See, it's got all the same stores.
Yeah, what'd you do, bro?
We don't touch each other much. Sometimes we're sticky. I didn't know which one.
Nothing getting passed up.
God, it looks like fun, eh? Just like Indiana Jones.
Yeah, I got some gold for you, my boy.
What's up? I mean, just 1 inch and we're all just getting flash right
Yeah,
now.
there's a few that probably have it in it.
Yeah, look at this plane. Look at this plane and the royalty-free sort of riff on the Bach Cello Suite No. 1 Prelude in G major. Look at this plane. This is how comics travel, right? This is so cool.
Whenever it's first class, obviously.
For obviously, that's 29, ladies and gentlemen. First class, obviously, traveling to the Middle East, to call them all towels, to rapturous applause.
Gotta take a shower.
Nice.
Hey, yo! Did you have an aisle seat? Did you have an aisle seat?
I was right behind you.
Did you have an aisle seat? No. I had an aisle seat. Did you have an aisle seat?
I got an upgrade, actually.
Oh, what? So these are like his goons, right? Every comedian has like a little posse of sycophants, and air travel, yeah. And they all had to travel in the regular season. Andrew, the big man himself, got to wank in the shower on the way to the show. That's amazing.
To business class?
You're lying. They gave it to you? No, you fucking.
No, I'm serious.
No, because then you would have tried to link up with him. Don't lie.
I wasn't in business. No, he was in first class.
Don't ever say that. You would have. That was what I was doing.
Well, that's fire.
This is my seat.
Yeah, this guy, you know, it may seem sad, but this guy just simply has to work harder.
Bro, you headphones.
Andrew worked the hardest.
BB Schultz, how you feel? Feel good, man. Here with my towels. I mean, ready to
Poor
get
people.
wrapped up.
How you feeling?
Yeah,
Get
number
my
46.
I'm only talking to people after my flights.
Name comedy, yes.
One second.
Neither did I.
Neither did I.
My choice.
And I had.
I think I slept like 8 hours, bro. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Bingo!
Bingo! Oh, whoa, whoa. Big bingos. Wow. Question for you guys. Are you guys in first class on Etihad Airlines right now watching this stream? How many of you guys are in a gold-plated carriage? DJ Chemics, Gordo, double bingo. Throw your links in there. Everyone's a winner. We will watch your links at the end of the stream. If you're new here, the rule of Stand-Up Bingo is if you win Stand-Up Bingo, you get to link. Waylon Rhodes, super chat $5. Thank you, Waylon Rhodes. Have you got a message for us? Waylon Rhodes is clearly in first class on Etihad Airlines, on the way to check on his oil investments. Thank you, Gordo. Who else we got here? Oh, yeah. DJ Chemics. Disco Death says, how do I do the bingo? Well, let me just throw another. We'll end this game and we'll throw another bingo out there. You get your bingo card on Twitch. You have to play on Twitch and you have to click the bingo button. I believe there's a bot that tells us how to do this. Let me try and activate it here. Bingo. There you go. Perfect. Look how professional we are. This is barely stand up, so we're just gonna keep watching.
It's gonna be hard for me to go.
This is really fascinating
because I got so much sleep.
And you got a nice shower, well rested.
You guys hear the pizzicato and the strings? That means it's funny. So
You know, Jack, everything comes at a cost, bud.
1,000.
Cam Newton.
1,000 bits from Amateur Joke Explainer with the bribe bits. What would you like me to do? Amateur Joke Explainer. You can throw a link in the chat for that much money. I'll just watch something. Or I can rig bingo for you. Whatever you like. We can make it seem like you've won legitimately. Thank you so much. Very generous, Amateur Joke Explainer. You're on your way to becoming a professional any day now.
Yeah, I'm also showered. I have energy.
You're glowing.
I am. Yeah, I am glowing.
A bassoon and pizzicato strings are guaranteed laughs. That's a certified Bachelor of Music Joke Explainer combined opinion.
Guys, I'm interrupting this vlog because I have a very important piece of information I need to share with you. The Life Tour is coming to New York, and it's coming to the greatest venue on planet Earth, Madison Square Garden.
Nice.
May 4th. Tickets are up for pre-sale tomorrow. 10.
Oh, foggy.
I hope you guys got to see that.
Towels. We'll wipe it. We won't make it 24 hours.
When in Dubai.
How much is that in real money? How much is that? Y'all never had a Nick Arabia. Now, would we call that a towel? Is that wrapped in a hand towel?
Okay, so this is gonna be towel joke. So towel is gonna be a theme throughout this video. So luxurious. I'm gonna do some racing.
Yeah, it's called the S3000. After second lap, you will not even realize how fast you're going. Which formula is that?
Do you guys do like drone footage here?
You gotta get like sued the moment you just touch the controller. Actually,
really?
Yeah, no way. Especially here.
Now, hypothetically speaking, if somebody was off the property getting drone footage,
you would get sniped.
What do you mean sniped?
Can I ask you a question? Do you have sex with girls in mall parking lots? Who do they bully out here?
Basically everyone.
What about the chamakis?
Oh my god.
How do you know all of this?
How do you know of this? I don't know what that means, but he's already dialed. So he goes to the racetrack to think about race comedy. It's very important to be able to do both those things. Race stereotypes, racial stereotypes, racetrack, race. Andrew Schultz is a professional. He's not fucking around here. He's working hard. He's not just screwing around in the daytime, slapping his bros
we'll edit
on their
laughter in there.
nutsack. He's putting in the work. Could you imagine being in his goon squad? That's all I've ever wanted.
How was it, dude?
I've learned how to drive. I'm an F1 driver now. Once I figured out how to turn like him, it was on and popping.
Oh, we got Saudi here. Oh my God, man.
Oh, and there's the stadium. Okay, let's get the stand-up bingo going again. We're back to the stadium. You guys have 5 seconds to get your bingo card, or you're done. All right, that's it. We're starting it. Oh, we got 15 players. A lot of you thought you had time, but I altered the time. I changed it, and I made it less time. We're starting bingo. Let's do it. Gordo's the chosen one.
Welcome, welcome. I know you guys are brothers.
Foot on the speaker.
And I know everybody, you know, you're best friends and everything. The Saudis and the Emiratis, they love each other. As long as they're with each other, they love each other. And the second they leave, they're like, yeah, but they work at McDonald's. We don't do that. We don't have real jobs. They have real jobs. They have a real job working at a McDonald's. We never work at a McDonald's. I'm a minister. There are so many ministers here.
See? So exploiting ethnic tensions in an area is a great way to either divide and conquer a population and open up a lane for your imperial company to take over the region, or big laughs at the stadium. So multifaceted approach here, and he's done his homework. He knows that people are upset. I'm going to do Arab stereotype and specific cultural stereotype within the Arab stereotype within the stereotype. Perfect.
Here, bro. I am the minister of air conditioning.
Arabs are not brown. Brown people means India. Arab means Arab. We're very careful here on the channel.
Minister of air conditioning. Listen.
He's doing the
If
accent.
I control all the air conditioning, you want to come down, you want to go up, I'm minister of air conditioning.
Great accent.
I am minister of happiness. I am minister of happiness. Well, not me. I get the Thai hookers. They make the happy, but...
Thai hooker. Asian stereotype.
You know, Issa was supposed to be in the show, but he had to leave.
Oh, no.
Yeah, do you know why he walked out?
What happened?
He was laughing too much.
That's funny. Oh, that's funny.
Nice.
Thank you for enjoying it.
This is what I mean. So look at this is the power of Andrew Schultz. Made them laugh so much that he's changed the culture of an entire country, and he knows he has that power. He's on a peaceful mission here.
I was standing next to him.
We'll get you doing another one. Thank you so
I think
much.
that was all the jokes.
I promise, man. That was fun.
Just back to
That was
riffs
fun.
again.
Bro, they were awesome.
Yeah, they were really sweet.
They wanted that shit to them so bad.
They did. I'm trying to remember more of the local stuff, but the local stuff went.
Oh, bro, we were watching for the crowd. There was a guy. He was like, how does he know?
Good, and you know this is why it's so important to have a goon squad when you go to your green room. Now, back when I would do stand up, the green room would be either empty or it would just have a bunch of leftover drink tickets, or maybe a drunk guy passed out face down on the floor. And it's not a great vibe, right? But when you get to an Andrew Schultz level and you can have a goon squad mentally suck you off so you can, makes you feel good.
How does he not freaking out, bro?
Oh, that was fun. They were great. I mean,
The clit joke, dog?
This is UFC Towelmania, and basically, it's UFC
Back to
294.
the towels
Prize
as a
picks,
callback.
who are we going with? Okay, significant strikes. We got it at 55.5. I think Hamzat is landing less than 55.5. And I think for Islam, less. I'm going less on both. I'm betting against the mustacheless beards tonight, y'all.
That's your biggest enemy, right?
I'm the opposite.
Yeah.
I'm the
Online video
inverse of a
recap.
Dagestani.
Yeah. If you kissed a Dagestani, it'd be a full beard. That's true. Remember that.
Remember he said that in a must.
What? We need more beards, bro.
Let's go. Fucking disrespectful.
You called them towels.
I didn't call them towels.
You did.
I said we're going to Towelmania. That was more about the people that will be in the crowd. And the crowd is going to be full of fucking towels. Put it this way: if anybody spills something, not going to be a problem.
Yes. Often I find I wish, watching this video really makes me wish that Brian would kind of give it up for my jokes a bit more. Sometimes, I say things that are super funny, and Brian just stares at me in disappointment. But I mean, you should laugh. Maybe
we'll edit laughter
maybe
in
we'd
there.
have a bit more money if you would simply laugh at my jokes. Brian commenting with, that's the face he makes. watching the fights, traveling first class. This is the life. If you could remember all the racial stereotypes.
Wait, what is he
of the
doing?
region,
I believe you.
Smoking the ball. This is the life of death.
Keep it in. Oh, they gotta make this haram. Haram. Can women do it?
Respectful. Can women do this as well? The look on this guy's face says probably not.
Nothing? Damn, so. Damn. Oh. I'm a Kasomik, man. Yo, what happened, dog? What happened, dog?
Wait, he's scaring me, though. He's scaring me.
Habibi, a little Habibi. I got you.
Inhale the big one, inhale the big one.
Give it an annoying guess.
Hey, keep your knees bent.
Okay.
Derek, how you feeling? How you feeling, brother?
Whose hands are these?
God, this honestly, Saudi. Remember that first video I showed? This is post-comedy Saudi Arabia. This is what it's like after an Andrew Schultz show. And the first video is what it's like after a PBS documentary crew visits the country. This is why we need to get rid of PBS. Okay? Remember that first video? Let's just do a little compare and contrast. This is right after an Andrew Schultz show, and this is after a PBS. This is after a PBS documentary. See how fucking sad this is?
They force women to cover themselves.
Because they're not funny. But after an Andrew Schultz show, these guys are bawling and laughing. We made the right choice, America.
Bitches. Twin bitches hopping up in jet ski. Of course I know 21. Who doesn't?
Our car's so boring compared to theirs.
Or what?
Can I play some music?
You have Bluetooth, sir? Chin has Bluetooth?
Time to game, 100% soccer. So in the day, they went F1 racing. Then he did a show. Then they went to a UFC event. And now they're back at the Palace playing a bit of soccer. Fun guy. I'm so glad there's a camera crew here to capture all this stuff. It's just been a sound comedy. Okay, not a lot of jokes in that video. Admittedly, not a lot of stand-up comedy, but a great behind-the-scenes peek at what life you can live if you memorize regional racial stereotypes. Great stuff. Now we've got some just pure stand-up here. I thought that was going to be some more pure stand-up, but the main joke of the video is Andrew Schultz saying that Saudi Arabia is full of towels. Which is, of course, a very funny observation and very true. Blacklight District says that was one of the biggest wastes of time. Hard disagree. I think it was a very informative video about what goes on around a comedy show. A lot of people think the show is most of the work, but a lot of the work is rizzing with your goon boys.
Hello.
Kevin Hart. Now, Kevin Hart is also performing at the Riyadh Comedy Festival, one of America's most beloved comics. Most of his humor has to do with the fact that he's a very small man, very similar to Gutfeld. Kevin Hart.
Oh, hello.
Welcome, that was Pockers. Thanks for following us on Twitch. Kevin Hart, a lot of his humor is about how short he is. Kevin Hart, with that material, he made as much money as I think Cisco Systems, or I think he might be up there with GM Chrysler with his gross profit of last year. And a lot of that's because, he doesn't say no. He doesn't say no to DraftKings or 365 Bet or FanDuel or any of those big comedy brands.
Hi. I can say hello. This is the first time I've been like this intimate with the crowd. So I can say hello, and I can actually get a hello-like response back. So I'm gonna say it again. Hello, how y'all doing? Good?
How you all doing tonight?
I like it. This feels right to me. This feels right. I've been in a lot of different goddamn spaces to tell some jokes. Been in fucking stadiums, arenas, theaters. This
Humble
right
brag.
now feels right in the comfort of my own fucking home. Thank you. Thank you.
Is
Get
this
it back
his
to the
home?
basics.
Is his actual house?
I want to explain to you guys why I'm actually in my house.
Okay, this is in his house. This is his home. Cool to have a comedy club in your house. That's awesome.
Here for a reason. I'm no longer comfortable anywhere else but my house. I'm being very fucking honest with you guys. I am not comfortable anywhere except my house. And it's for a lot of reasons. I feel like we should get into those reasons. Let's address the elephant in the room. Reason number one, COVID. COVID. Where you at right now? Where's your panic level? High? You in the middle? You low? Where you at? You can be honest. Let me know. Middle? High? Low? Kind of high?
Is this because it's COVID? Wow. This is how dedicated he is, right? There's a global pandemic. People are saying, you know what? Maybe just take a year off. And Kevin Hart says, you know what? Why don't you go fuck yourself all the way into the sun? Nothing stops. I need to beat my quarterly profit margins. I've got investors. I've got a board. I need to show that I'm growing so that my stock continues to go up. That's called the winning mindset. That's the winner's mindset. Remember that movie Shawshank Redemption when the warden says to Andy Dufresne, nothing stops. That's the winning mindset.
A little bit? Newsflash. I had it. That's right. I had the vid. The vid-19 was in my system.
Oh, man. Scary.
I had it in the beginning when it wasn't cool, when it wasn't a trend. It was me and Tom Hanks.
Medical
We was the
fact.
only two. I had to keep it a secret. I kept it a secret because Tom Hanks is a much bigger star than I am. He would have swallowed my fucking announcement.
Remember comedy? Yeah.
It's Forrest Gump. You're not going to beat Forrest Gump. No shot. No fucking shot I'm going to beat Forrest Gump. Now, if it was
Name
somebody
comedy,
lesser than, I would
definitely.
have dropped that bitch in a heartbeat. David Hasselhoff. Fuck David Hasselhoff.
Bingo!
Nobody
Gordo.
gives a shit about.
Congratulations on this. Is this your second win? My God. Congratulations. Congratulations. All right, we're getting another bingo on the board. Gordo, get your link in the chat, you lucky dog. Oi. And this bingo's starting soon. Could be the uploader serving the copyrights this month. This video is fully illegally uploaded. Should be good to go. Is it good to go?
We are.
We have 2 minutes, 40 seconds until the next bingo starts. 69 bits from Bingo Bonza. Thank you so much. Oh, the voice was lowered. My voice? Here, I can turn it up a bit. How about that? How about that? Is that better? Can you guys hear me a little bit better here? You guys, we're going to start the bingo right away because I want to play a little bit of... Okay. Kevin's voice is lower. Oh, let me turn it up. Actually, it's as loud as it goes.
About David Hasselhoff. Boom.
David Hasselhoff. We're getting bingo started right now. I don't have many non-comedy videos today. We're going to save those for the end of the stream. We're just going to rip through these bingos to get you guys, get your links in the chat. Then we're going to fire through them at the end. So we're starting the bingo right now. Guys, only 12 people playing bingo. You guys, this is a catastrophe. We need way more than that. We got 26 viewers on Twitch. Get your bingo cards. If you go to the bathroom, wrap it up, pinch it off, or clench and get to your bingo stations now. You need your bungie cards. I'm getting warm. One sec. Costume change. Costume change. Back in it. I know. I should have. If I showed you guys my beautiful nipples, I think that this stream would really take off. We'll be doing this stream from a hot tub one day. All right, 14 players. That's fine with me. That's good enough. Matt Hallett says, I don't use Twitch or Twitter or Kick. You know what? It's fine with me. You're here. Any way you can.
Boom, dropped it.
Kevin Hasselhoff, name comedy.
Kevin Hart, hashtag the vid. You know why I call it the vid? Because the closest thing to AIDS. It just sounds as dangerous as AIDS. The vid. You got the vid? Fuck, man. I got the vid. You got the vid? Shit. Praying for you. You got the fucking vid.
Medical fact.
I didn't even know I had it. I didn't even know I had it, man. I had no symptoms at all. No fever, no headache, no body aches, nothing. Now my wife lost her sense of taste and her sense of smell. She told me, she said, babe, I think I got it. We should get tested. I said, well, we don't have a problem. You got the fucking problem. Why do I have to get...
Two Dads Kissing says, can you explain the joke Theo Von made the other day as he was exiting his worst show ever because the punchline was lost on me? Oh, you guys, yeah, sorry. I didn't even explain this. I should take a second here. Just before we get going in. Amy's twitching. I agree. Women are annoying. His wife's already being annoying. I'll give you that one. Good point. Theo Von, apparently online, I don't know if this is true or not, apparently had a very tough set at his Netflix taping. And he made a joke that he was trying not to commit. What's the I can't say certain words on YouTube, so I will say seppuku. Because I don't know, because of the set or just because of sometimes when you have so much money, it depresses you. That happens a lot actually in entertainment. Sometimes you look at your bank account and you get so overwhelmed with the amount of money that you have that you get very depressed. A lot of people, their joy in life comes from grinding out a meager living. So if you have that taken away from you, it can really make you spin out. So that's my explanation of why he made that joke. But also the fact that he didn't have a good set, maybe it was a practice one, maybe it's part of a large bit, maybe that Netflix bomb was a setup to a really funny Netflix special. Whatever happens, I just hope they give him more money. And I hope you guys all continue listening to his podcast and listen to his his kind of folksy observations that he has while he investigates the future American religious police that are patrolling the streets to make sure no one's playing loots in public. Anyway. Shimoni Best Rapper Ever says, is it true most comedians actually suffer from depression? Because I think I might be a comedian. Well, if you have depression, from what I understand, it's probably because you have too much money. So dump some donos in the stream, get rid of it, and you'll have that grind set once again that saves us all from ever interrogating our inner monologue.
Tested. I can taste and smell fine. Why the fuck do I gotta get tested? Made me call a doctor to the house. Doctor came over to the house, tested both of us, said, you guys are both positive. I said, bullshit. Bullshit. No way I'm fucking positive. I immediately touched my nose twice. Can I do that?
This is kind of a humble brag.
If I have vid, can I fucking do this 2 times in a row? Can't touch your fucking nose with the vid. Everybody knows that.
Thank you, Ginkgo Bonta. Yes,
Long
long
story.
story.
Very serious. You're positive. This caused an uproar in my household immediately. Me and my wife start going at each other's throat.
Waylon Rhodes says, Myles, do you have any comedy jewelry that you wear for your live shows? I make jewelry and would love to make you something. I actually, I don't have any jewelry. I should probably have a big gold chain, though. So if you want to send me a big iced out chain for my stand-up shows, post in the Discord, and I will send you Brian's address.
Who the fuck bought the vid up in this house? Who was it? Got to see how we felt about each other's friends. It was that nasty bitch Pam you always hanging with. That's who did it. Dirty foot bitch. Her feet dirty. She tracked the vid all through the goddamn house. Dirty foot Pam did it. Got the fucking vid all in this goddamn house. Washed the carpets immediately. Doctor, calm me down. Calm down, Kevin. It'll pass. Take 10 to 14 days. Relax. Chill out. Drink some tea. That's what the doctor told me to my fucking face. Drink some tea. Are you kidding me? I got the fucking vid, doc. The hell is tea gonna do for me? Where's my ventilator? That's what I said. Where is it?
Okay, so people are laughing because of this image, right? It's not a lot of the words that he's saying. It's sort of how he's saying it and how he's saying it as a short man. A very upset short person is kind of it was a very funny image. And so people are really giving it up for that.
I'm supposed to get a ventilator. Everybody knows that. You get a ventilator with the vid. That's what they say in the blogs. You'll be fine, Mr. Hart. You'll be fine. When the doctor told me that, my level of panic lowered. Keep in mind, I was at the highest level in the beginning. Oh my God. When it first hit, oh my fucking God, I didn't know what to do. I went and put gas in all the fucking cars. You gotta be able to escape. These motherfuckers turning into zombies out here. I'm scared. Went and bought all the water and toilet paper I could find. I still don't know why we went on this toilet paper kick. What was so special about toilet paper? Nobody told me. Did the vid make you shit? What was it? What? We bought all the fucking toilet paper. Dry noodles, I got it all. The mask, I went crazy with the mask. In the beginning, I didn't know what mask to buy. I had a regular mask. My friend told me, hey man, that ain't the right mask. The vid gonna get through that mask. That mask ain't gonna protect you against the vid. Fuck! Are you serious? I'm serious, man. You gotta get the N95s. Oh shit. Went on a website, I bought every N95 I saw. I spent 20 grand on N95s. Went outside the day after I saw a nigga with a titty cup on his face. Wasn't even with a bra strap. What the fuck? That's not an N95.
Number 39.
8-cup bra. What the hell just happened? He didn't spend 20 grand on that. No way. Somebody juked me, man. My wife told me flat out, babe, you know what? This whole thing is messing with your head. You got to get out this house. You got to get out the house. I said, there is nothing outside this house for me. Nothing. There's no reason for me to go outside this house. No shot.
Woman voice?
Things that are outside this house, I have no interest in.
It's implied.
There's people out there. I don't like people. I said it. Cat's out the bag. I don't fucking like people anymore. You won. You beat me up. You fucking won, man.
I don't think you have to do the woman voice if you're gonna do the woman voice. You can't. He did imply it. I did do the woman voice in my head, but I'm not gonna give that to you. We're playing a lot of bingo today. There's gonna be lots of chances. When was this filmed? I believe this was filmed in 2020. I believe this is in the middle of the pandemic. Back when everyone thought that COVID was gonna be a problem. But it turned out to be a Democratic hoax. We all know now. But so obviously a lot of this material is going to be about COVID.
You know how? Because you guys have managed to fuck up the best job in the world, man. At one point in time, fame was the most sought after and best job on the fucking planet. If you didn't have it, you wanted the piece of it. You wanted to taste a little bit of it. I got it. I got to the highest level of it, and then you fucked me. Oh, you fucked me good. Oh, this generation fucked me good. Everything's got to be compromised. Everything's got to be videoed in this generation. If it's not on video, it never happened.
Young people
That's how this generation lives.
Don't we have a young people suck? Do we have that on here somewhere? Young people are lazy. 75. That's it.
Let me tell you guys the scariest thing that you could do to a black man in 1986 if you were the cops or the feds. Scariest thing that you could do is tell a black man that you had him on tape. If the feds came up to you and said, "We got your ass on tape, you going to jail," he'd shit himself. What? Who? Me? On tape? Oh, he start crying. Ah! I'm on fucking tape. Ah! All y'all going to fucking jail. We got all y'all on tape. Here, tell on his friends. Come out, Calvin, Marcus, Terrence. They got us. Anthony, there. You too. Said they got us all on tape. We going to jail, apparently. We're going to fucking jail. We on tape. I went to McDonald's. This is a true story. I go to McDonald's. I'm at the drive-thru,
voice,
right? I want a Big Mac meal. I haven't had a Big Mac in the longest time. I'm so excited for this fucking Big Mac. Oh my God, I can't wait to get this Big Mac. I get the Big Mac, I'm so excited. I pull over in the McDonald's parking lot. I start fucking the Big Mac up. Smashing it all over my face, everything.
Fast food.
Happy as hell.
Yeah, absolutely.
I turn to my left, it's a woman outside the window taping me. She said, "Got your ass." I got nervous. What the fuck is you doing, lady? She said, "But I got your ass." What the fuck you mean, got my ass? What am I doing? I'm so nervous.
Shaw Money, best rapper ever, says, "I just noticed Tom Segura voice. What is that?" So in an early stand-up comedy special, Tom Segura famously did the best black scent we've heard on the channel. So whenever we hear a black scent, we say, "That's Tom Segura voice." Hats off, or I do rags off to you.
I dropped the burger. I just dropped the fucking burger. I grabbed my phone. I went to Twitter. I issued an apology via social media.
App service.
I said, "I'm sorry. I'm sorry." The reason why I apologize is because 2 days earlier, I announced that I was going plant-based full-time. I just said it. This video was detrimental to...
Waylon Rhodes, I'm stoked you were back at it explaining the jokes. Thank you so much. Thanks for your generosity. I'm glad you enjoy this. I'm glad you enjoy the streams. I'm so glad to be back explaining jokes. Right now, Brian is simultaneously watching the stream, laughing his ass off, and also editing the next episode of Jokes Explained for our YouTube channel. So this is a very exciting time. Still no 51, says King Shaman.
Everything that I stood for at the moment.
Racial slur. We had the N-word.
I had to issue an apology to the
That was
plant-based
earlier.
community.
That is a racial
Became
slur.
an ally.
But it's also the N-word.
Made a donation, was a part of protest. I had to do what I could.
And that was that. So it kind of cuts off mid-joke there, which is a little too bad. But still funny. Let's get to another comic. I don't know if we've I think we have covered this guy before. He's also at the Riyadh Comedy Festival, basking in those, I guess as Andrew Schultz would say, towel money. Chris DeStefano, and this joke is called 9/11 Story. So I thought, hey, this is a perfect one to watch because maybe, he's doing this joke in Saudi Arabia, considering that Saudi Arabia, in partnership with the Clinton Foundation, did 9/11 and kicked off some of America's most successful wars. So let's take a look.
Oh my God! Another straight white male. Boo! Oh my
White people stereotype already off the top.
my God! Look at this. Comedy on 9/11, you pieces of shit. I mean, absolute fucking garbage. You want to laugh? What are you, ISIS? What the fuck? Go home.
It's on the audience. Wow, this is great.
Do people not get it? Do you not get it? In the back of the comedy club, somebody offered me hummus. I was like, not today. Not today. I'll take it 364 days of the year. Not today. This kid's triggered. What?
Okay. Whoa. So I paused it a little too early there. He's about to lay into this fucking idiot sitting in the front row. Hummus is a traditional food that is enjoyed in the Middle East. I think it's based with chickpeas and probably garlic. I've never had it myself. I eat exclusively sugary cereal. That's how I maintain my youthful appearance, because I eat like a child. When you eat like a child, you look like a child. That's the name of my new cookbook, coming soon this Christmas.
Shut up, Bill. The fuck up. Ladies. Were you there? Where were you? 9/11. Fucking Connecticut? Where were you? Chicago. Fuck you. Not even close.
Audience polling.
I was here, goddammit.
Yeah.
True story.
Where were you on Where were you on 9/11 is the classic audience question. Well, I never resubscribed accidentally.
Not his dad.
We'll let it play out here.
Bingo!
A wonderful kiss. Gonzo! Congratulations on the bingo. Niall and Amber, thanks for the resub. Accidentally wasted Prime sub this month, so I had to dig into my real money. Show you guys keep it up. Thank you, Niall and Amber. Thank you for your generosity. Sorry you wasted your Prime sub on some fucking imposter on the Twitch platform. I hope you didn't waste it on one of them Roblox streamers, even though they're quite alluring the way that they play Roblox. But thank you for digging into the real dollars, the real Ethereums, and resubscribing to us. Congratulations, Gonzo, with the win. Bingo win. Get your link in the chat. Oh, you already got it. You're way ahead of me here. We're almost getting close to link time. Hey, you know what? This is actually kind of perfect. We're going to watch Chris DeStefano. It's going to pretty much lead us right into all of the submitted videos. So this is the timing is excellent. I'm becoming a real professional at this. Let's get your bingo cards distributed. Let's go. What time is it? It's going to be a fast one. You guys are going to have to grab them quick. Tyrion,
I was wondering if I could check my fantasy team.
What do I get? I already know, Jack.
Look
Everything
at that.
comes at cost, bud.
A kiss on the mouth from Tyrion42. Thank you for subscribing with Prime to our Twitch channel and encouraging our antics further into the future. Let me get your bingo cards out here. Grab your bingo cards. 2 minutes. 2 minutes to go. Giga Bonza cheered 69 bits, the funniest number, because the number implies the famous sex act, which we all know and love. Very funny stuff. Let's get back to Chris DiStefano. You guys get your bingo cards right now. Oh, here's what I'll do. I'll do another one of these because it's so fun. This is how you play bingo. Listen to the bot. The bot is powered by ChatGPT, Anthropic, Gemini, and Llama. We have 4 AI companies powering our BMuse bot right now. Every time the BMuse bot posts, it uses approximately 10,000 gallons of water. So shout out to the BMuse bot.
Oh, hello.
Oh boy, how am I going to read this name? Silawavswav. Thank you for following us. We reached our followers. We have 220 followers on Twitch now. That's pretty good. That is at least a small subsection of an Andrew Schultz Stadium show. So thank you all so much for joining and subbing. Very exciting. Get your bingo cards. I'm starting right now. We're going to watch more Chris, see if he gets to the 9/11 part of the 9/11 story. I wonder if he asked the audience in Riyadh where they were on 9/11. King Shaman gifted a sub to DJ Kamix. They've given 11 gift subs in the channel. King Shaman, the benevolent. Wow, that is Saudi royal family generosity from King Shaman. Thank you so much. Congratulations, DJ Kamix. All right, let's do it. Back to Chris.
Let's make it fun.
Little end and tail end of women.
You know, my mother, she worked in the second tower that was hit. Survived, thank God. But I went to an all-boy Catholic high school. You know, they came in, they told us, hey, boys, the towers were hit. And, you know, I didn't know if my mother was fucking dead or alive. So I started to cry. I was on steroids. I was 17.
He started to cry. Straight comic imagines being gay. Very funny to imagine men crying. It's a bizarre activity that is, scientists agree.
You know, Jack, everything comes at a cost, bud.
A homosexual act.
Cam Newton.
King Shaman. 100 bits. Proud supporter of T-Bomb, which is the acronym for the Bachelors of Music. It's also a U.S. military weapon that can incinerate up to 10,000 enemy combatants at one time. Thank you so much.
I was experimenting with Winstrol. And so I was on steroids. I had puffy nipples, which I still do. But now I'm on keto, so fuck you. I'm drunk right now.
He's a little drunk. So it's a bit of a drug story. And this is also a drinking story because he's drinking and takes a sip. Well, actually, you know what? I'm not going to give you. I'm going to be. We're not going to do that. Maybe he will take a sip later.
But vodka sodas, Tito's, it's gluten-free, it's keto. Vinny Guadagnino, the Keto Guido, said I could do it.
Great accent.
So,
whatever that was.
But I am ripped. What are you going to do? I drank a fucking vodka soda and had a Claritin D. I'm ready to suck a dick. What it is. You know how it is. You give me an antihistamine and some liquor. I'm tucking, you know. So. True story. So comment. This is all true. I'm not lying. It's fucking, you know. So it happens. Towers go down. So I don't know. Like I haven't heard from my fucking mom. So I start to cry. Right? I just start to cry and get emotional because you know I'm fucking flipping out. It's my mom. I'm on steroids. I'm 17. You know. I don't know what to do. So this kid Frank starts to laugh at me. So I broke a chair right over his head. Just immediately just fucking knocked this kid unconscious. All boy Catholic high school. I mean, you would get detention for having a top button unbuttoned. I just put a kid in a legit coma. I'm done. Okay? So Tuesday, that was Tuesday, 9/11. Wednesday, all New York City schools are closed. Thursday, I was expelled on Tuesday, BTW. Threw me right out. And then And then my mother was okay. I can't get in touch with her. I finally get home to my house in Brooklyn, and I see my mom. She opens the door. When I get there, I genuinely thought it was a ghost. I'm like, oh my God, whatever. And she has blood all over her knee. I'm like, oh my God, what the fuck happened? She's like, I fell off the bus in Brooklyn. I'm like, how did you survive 9/11 and then you fell off the bus? What the fuck are you doing? This is not... Jesus Christ, lady. I mean, come on.
That's a funny story. Yeah. Imagine surviving such a big event and then hurting yourself on the simple bus.
You fell off the bus, but she did. So,
you know what? I'm going to put this in with women can't ride. So that's women can't drive in a roundabout way.
Whatever, she's fine. I don't tell anybody what happened. This is all true, what I'm telling you. I don't tell anybody what happened. And Wednesday, school's closed. Thursday, I just show up back at my high school like I didn't just put somebody in a coma. I just walk right back in, and Brother Rob, Catholic high school, Brother Rob's like, DeStefano, you're expelled. I was like, oh, I forgot, you know? He was like, never forget. I was like, I forgot.
That's a 9/11 joke, because you're never supposed to forget 9/11. So he's tying that in there. That's good Remember comedy. It's a good callback. So he has been canceled. Expelled is canceled. Yeah, so he was already canceled. That's amazing.
What are you gonna do? So
school?
I forgot that I killed somebody, and I still had this fucking molar in my shoe. But so my father. Here's what you need to know about.
That's a humble brag to let people know that you can kind of beat the shit out of people, no problem. Very New York, very New Jersey, a very Joey Diaz thing to do.
My father, Tony DeStefano, aka Tony Balls with a Z. He was a criminal, truly a criminal throughout my life. Like I'm not weekend in jail. I'm talking about federally prosecuted, federally convicted, for real Z's inmate. Okay, like. And you know, it's like, they got the wrong guy. I'm like, here's the thing. No, they didn't. Okay? 100% nailed it. You're the right guy. You're a dirtbag. So
DJ Chemix, I like the suggestion that Tony Balls is name comedy. It's a very funny name, but it's not a recognizable name, right? It would be funnier if he says Tony Soprano. Then you'd be like, oh, bada bing. But he didn't do that.
So... that's my father, like an ex-legit criminal, like where he just doesn't, like he's, you know? So I call my father, Thursday morning, September 13th, call my father. I'm like, Dad, I have bad news. I'm like, I was expelled from school. I know I dishonored the family. I'm really sorry, but I was expelled. He goes, here's the good news. No, you weren't. I'm like, no, but I was. He goes, I'm going to come down there. I'm going to negotiate. I was like, oh my God, please don't come down here.
15 a little
My
bit.
dad lives on Staten Island. If you're not from New York, I went to a high school in Queens. My dad's from Staten Island. That's like an hour and a half with traffic.
Queens.
Okay, Thursday
Staten
morning. My
Island.
dad.
That's very new. That's very location.
You know, Jack, everything comes at a cost, bud. Cam Newton.
Cam Newton. Thank you, Niall and Amber, for your donation and triggering my favorite gif of all time. Tom Brady's son kissing Tom Brady right on the mouth, because everything comes at a cost. Yes, he's so amused by all these truths. This is a very, very funny story. Very funny humble brag. Very funny location comedy. I don't know if you guys know, but there's a lot. If you go on the East Coast in the United States and you mention places, if you just say Staten Island or New Jersey, the crowd just laughs because it's just so New Jersey. We've covered this a little bit on the Joey Diaz Explained episode, but it truly is very funny when people are from those regions and they mention them.
It gets there in 30 minutes. 30 minutes, he shows up. I'll never forget. New York Yankees batting practice jacket, shorts.
I will give you specific cultural stereotype as well, definitely.
Flip-flops, a chain that's Jesus' actual height and weight in gold, full fucking extra large cup of coffee from Dunkin' Donuts. Just walking in, I swear to God, I just walks in, and He's like, we're gonna take care of this. I'm like, oh my God. I'm 17 years old. So you have
Very
to get a
funny scene,
meeting
yes.
with the principal of.
Yeah, so he paints a very funny scene of this kind of like big Guido gangster convict dad coming in. He's gonna be a big New Jersey guy at the school. Very funny image because it evokes so many different kinds of movies. And I'm sure when Chris made up this story, he was also drawing on a lot of movies he'd seen because he knew that would really resonate with the audience. So just a pro here.
High school. Like, you can't just walk in. There's a secretary. There's a whole thing. It's a national tragedy. I mean, people got questions. And my dad walks past the secretary, just walks into the principal's office. The principal was on the phone. I'll never forget this. He's on the phone, and my dad goes, hey, can I talk to you? And the principal's like, sir, I'm on the phone. My dad hangs up the phone.
Oh, yeah.
And he goes,
Mob
look at
energy.
that, whoop-de-doo, now you're not on the phone. Like it was a fucking...
Yeah, I think I have seen this I can't remember the name of the show or the movie, but I've seen this before. Very funny. Did you say you can't make this shit up?
Magic trick. Like he's David Copperfield, just hangs it up. I'm like, what's happening? So my dad goes, because again, my dad's a criminal. So he uses criminal language. That's just how he speaks to people. He goes, my son allegedly hit somebody in the head with the chair, and we'd like to plead not guilty. So the principal is like, this isn't a court of law. We have video evidence of your son hitting somebody in the head with a chair. He's guilty and he's expelled. And my dad goes, there's got to be another way. And the principal goes, sir, there's no other way. So my dad rolls a wad of cash that he just pulled out of his pocket, out of a rubber band, just rolled it out and goes, is there another way? And the principal goes, are you going to bribe a man of God? And my dad goes, I lost God September 21st, 1979. Now, I don't know what that means, but I know he was in prison. So I'm thinking it was a shower situation.
Wow. Hey, prison showers. That's funny. People getting raped in prison is always makes people laugh, especially when it's guys, because guys are very goofy. So that's the joke there. And it's even funnier that he's making this joke about his own dad. What a son of a bitch.
Oh. I don't want to get ahead of myself. But I think something went down in the showers. And he lost God. And yeah, God may be hiding in his butthole. I don't know what's happening. But my dad goes, I lost God. So the principal's like, well, he's expelled. My dad goes, he's got to be the other way. And the principal goes,
Yeasty Pipe says, it used to be the case that bullied kids made the best comedians. Nowadays, the bullies make the best comedians. When did it flip? You know, that's actually a really interesting point you raise, because it's very true. Comedians were often kind of the bullied nerds who used comedy as a defense mechanism to defuse aggressive situations and maybe survive the playground. But now, yeah, we do like a lot of bully comedians, and I think that's because of the nature of social media. You know, we don't watch things online because we want to be entertained. We want to identify as these personalities. Like, you would way rather be Andrew Schultz with a goon squad blowing smoke up your ass than be sort of a funny nerd character like a Conan O'Brien or something like that. You know, you don't want to really be him. Like, he's a successful guy, but he doesn't really have a big TikTok presence. He's kind of old and lame now. He was just known for being funny, which isn't really as cool as being known for being cool. So it's just a culture shift. It's interesting you say that. I do like that point. It is different now, you know, and you have to adjust. You know, if you look at our early stuff on Bachelors Music Channel, you know, it's very evident that I was a bullied nerd. But I think you guys will find now, with the direction the channel's going, it's very evident that I am actually a huge piece of shit who bullies others as much as I can. So you see how it's changed. And that's just the nature of the media landscape. You got to adapt. You got to adjust. You have to get that bag.
Sorry, there's no other way. So my dad
Come on,
finally
Jack.
said,
Everything's
let's just
under
think of a
control.
plan, man to man. What could there be another
Damn,
way?
dude.
And then the principal, I get.
Yeasty Pipe says, who do I need to beat up to make it? Just the weakest person you know. Someone who's not going to fight back. Just beat them up. Hopefully you film it. And then turn them into one of your follower goblins, like what one of these big comics has.
It's just like, this guy doesn't know who my father is. He doesn't know what's going on. He's got a lot of shit on his mind. So the principal finally says to my father, he goes, sir, are you stupid? There's no other way. So my dad, he starts looking up the ceiling and laughing. My daddy goes, he goes, Chrissy, did this guy just call me fucking stupid? And I was like, no habla inglés. No habla inglés. Yo no sé. And then my dad goes, Chrissy, lock the fucking door. Anytime my dad called me by my transgender name, I fucking knew that shit was about to pop off, so I tucked it back and I locked that fucking door. Because I'm daddy's little princess and I know what daddy wants.
Mr. Momo 2626, congratulations on your bingo win this evening. I believe this is 3:30. This is the last bingo. Congratulations to all the players. We now transition to the I Watch Your Links portion of the program. Thank you for playing. Let's finish Chris while we wait for Mr. Momo's link. Let's get to the big punchline here.
All true. This is all true. I'm fucking hammered right now. So, my father says to the principal, he goes, now you got two options. He goes, the second option's really gonna suck for you. He goes, here's the first option. You put my son back in school. Easy fucking breeze. He goes, the second option, I'm gonna come over there and I'm gonna break both the kneecaps. He goes, I'll call the police right now. I'll give them my social security number, my name, my address. He goes, I'd rather go to jail for the rest of my life than you throw him out and me have to listen to his mother's fucking mouth for the rest of my life. He goes, either way I'm in prison, I'd rather be in actual jail with my friends.
Oh, fucking goddamn wife. That's funny. They're always like that. Oh, I almost spoiled the next video there. Close one.
Swear to God. He goes, with my friends. It goes, so the choice is yours. And it's so, because I was still tucked back on the first option, when he said, just put my son back in school, easy breezy, in my head I went, beautiful cover girl. Maybe it's Maybelline.
That's a callback to a famous ad campaign. People love to remember ad campaigns because ad campaigns are often inserted without even our conscious knowledge right onto our cortex. So it's clever to call back to those because people will rise like a Manchurian candidate and just be like, maybe it's Maybelline. Love ads.
Then the principal just put me right back into high school. I mean, you can't imagine how quick this guy was just forgot about that. I put somebody in a coma, forgot about all the problems I had. He just put me right back into school. And then, hand to God, by the end of the school year, the principal, I believe, was making deliveries for my father. I believe there was a couple of times I saw my dad come in with a brown paper bag full of who knows what, and the principal put it underneath his fucking brother robe and just delivered it to who needed it.
Wow. So Chris DeStefano's dad comes in mob. He is obviously a mafia American, and intimidates and extorts the fucking principal, and then he actually gets the principal to work for him for the mob. What a cool episode of a television show that Chris has described here.
So, the moral of the story is Trump 2020. I'm kidding around. Trump 2020. No, I wouldn't vote for him, but my dad did. You knew that, though. No, he can't vote. He's a fucking criminal.
He's weaving. He's doing the weave here.
He's like, I voted for Trump. I'm like, no, you didn't. Shut up, Dad. I know how the law works, you fucking scumbag.
All right, so he goes from, and then he gets off the set and takes the plane to Riyadh. Hopefully, I hope the Saudis paid him at least $500,000 for that. That's a very funny story, very creative, but also a great homage to decades of American television with that story. That is definitely true. All right, let's get to these clips. Thank you guys for playing bingo. We are at the will the stream get taken down section of the stream. Always save it to the end, just in case. If the stream goes down, the Twitch one will still be going. That's because Twitch is a freer and a better place. Like Saudi Arabia, apparently, according to David Chappelle. Let us take a little watch of Paul Ritchie, a racist comedian bombs. Let's see if this is true. Hopefully I can explain. There's no such thing as a joke that's not good here at the Bachelors of Music, so I hope I can explain.
Oh, lovely, thank you. Look, I can't stop long, so I've just been down the Chinese, got a takeaway. And they funny people, them Chinese.
Okay, risky setup for a joke here. Aren't they funny? Aren't they funny, them Chinese? Again, really risky setup. I hope he pulls it off.
I walked in there he was, them three eternal words. What you want?
Okay, so this is a different time. This looks like it might be from 5 or 6 years ago when that was still okay to do.
I said, pardon? He said, oh, what you want? You know, listen, me and you. I went, pardon? He went, me and you, pick a number. So I did. I played bingo with the counter, because you do, don't you? And he took the numbers, and he turns, and he shouts.
Little bingo joke, just for us.
A hole in the wall. What's all? And he turned back, and he swore at me. He swore. He went, effing ass. You want effing ass?
Okay, yeah, it's important to censor your swear words when you're doing a very racist joke. There are standards and practices here on YouTube.
Then all the kids come out of the kitchen. Because they're all brought up there, aren't they? All them kids. They even name their children.
Accent.
They get the knives and the forks and they chuck them in the air. Ping pang, pong, chong chong. No wonder they're confused.
Okay, yes, not a lot of laughs from the crowd yet, but, you know, maybe he's building a lot of tension. This is, in comedy, this is called building tension. We're going to get to the punchline here. Did someone gasp? Wasn't me. I was prepared for this.
It's no wonder kids are confused, is it? Parents, the way parents bring kids up, the things they say. My mum said things like, do you want a good smack? Yes, please. Well, I think ask. And they'd always smack you, wouldn't they?
Okay, so he's moved on to the next joke here. So the first joke was Chinese people sound dumb to me. And that was kind of the whole thing. Then the things falling on the ground sounded like him doing a Chinese accent. And that was kind of the punchline there. Not a big response from the crowd. So he did the smart thing as a comedian, which is move on really fast. Don't allow the silence to be there. If you keep talking, there's still a chance.
In the Tesco's, in the little shorts.
Tesco's.
They smack the back leg.
Oh, Tesco's. It's where, Tesco's is where British people get their tea. See, you are allowed to do that one.
And then you start crying. They say things like, if you don't stop crying, I'll give you something to cry for. What was the first one? A practice? What was it? Eating at the dinner table.
hey, oh no, this is like a talent show, talent competition. So this is like Britain's Got Talent.
Can't win, can ya? They're there. She says, don't speak with a mouth full and answer your father when he's talking. How? Semaphore? I just don't get it. No wonder they're confused. Oh, well, look, I've got to go because this bag leaks. They always do. See, I'll see you again.
Is that a Chinese takeout prop? Okay, that's totally different. I just realized that whole first bit was introduced by him bringing a paper bag on stage that is allegedly full of Chinese takeout, and that bag really ties the whole bit together, because you think it's just a racist bit, but it's actually a racist bit with a prop. So 2 levels of complexity there. Really noble attempt. Not a big response, but I don't think there's a crowd here. I think he's just doing it just to the judges. So maybe if there was a crowd, he would have a better chance.
Keep smiling.
Honestly, this guy's a little ahead of his time with this act. I think, if he tried this now, maybe on Kill Tony, honestly, that first minute was kind of a perfect Kill Tony minute. I think we'll be seeing more of this guy very soon. Okay, there is a crowd there.
He's been on the show before, do you remember him? Act number 2, Paul Ritchie is the name. Second appearance, as I say, he's worked in clubs for 5 years and once a top manager or agent.
All right, so yeah, very funny stuff. The classic. So doing a Chinese accent was a classic joke from when Marco Polo first went to China, all the way until 2015. Then you weren't allowed to do it for a couple of years. It was frowned upon, but it's back now. You are allowed to do it again in Austin. So I think just the timing of that, it's a very old joke, and it's an homage to a lot of for comedy renaissance. Ryan says, similarly, in the Italian Renaissance, all of those, thinkers and artists and musicians were trying to evoke a classical Roman and Greek order and sensibility on their world and push against the Middle Ages. Similar now, right? There's a big comedy renaissance. People were very heavily censored for about 6 straight years. And now we're back. You can say whatever you want again. So very good that we're back on track.
My father passed away my senior year of high school, so I never actually got a chance to tell him I was going to be in comedy. I got something to prove, and I have something to do it for. There's a lot of
Mason Pryor. Is this Richard Pryor's son?
There's pressure here at the Apollo Theater, and I'm just hoping not to get
Roy of
Apollo, make some noise for Mason Pryor. Go.
Looks just like his daddy.
Man, I'm nervous. I can literally hear my dad up in heaven right now, like, boy, you better not mess this up. A lot of crazy stuff going on right now. Donald Trump is president. Nah, calm down. I'm not as mad as Facebook is. You read the messages. Oh, Donald Trump is the worst president ever. I'm not the smartest man, but 400 years of slavery and not one of them presidents made the cut. And the worst part is, I feel like I understand really what's the problem with Donald Trump. Everybody here in America knows the code. If you get caught cheating, you gotta cut your side thing loose. Donald Trump's still on the phone at the White House talking to Russia. Hello? Hey, no, I want to talk to my man right now.
Risky Trump voice, risky Trump impression. Trump's a very popular man. You don't want to make fun of him.
You go get my Putin. Is that you, my Putin? I love you so much.
Yeah.
I love the way you smell. I love the way your name comes off my lips. Oh. Look, I get it. Young kids don't know who Richard Pryor is. Have some respect.
Oh, no.
Sit down, sit down. I'm not gonna move me. Sit down. Just keep going.
Yeah, so let's analyze what happened here compared to the first guy we watched, right? So this guy, he panicked. He turned on the crowd. If the crowd doesn't like you, you have to keep going. You got to do your time as a comic. Just keep talking. It doesn't matter if they're laughing or not. Just if you talk for your allotted time, you will get the money that the Saudis owe you. Oh, we got another one here. Tom Myers. This one's too long. We'll watch a bit.
Of the festival, Mr. Tom Meyer.
How are we doing, Baltimore?
High energy.
Very excited for a city where you walk around and everybody walking around looks like they're getting ready to audition for the fucking Maury Povich show, don't they?
Didn't name comedy off the top. Maury Povich is a famous doctor in America who investigates who might be the father of an illegitimate child. Maury Povich, Dr. Oz, two of the leading medical experts in the United States. So, little response there. People acknowledge his prestige.
You ever notice how it's always like the scum of the earth that appear on that show? Like, if you ever look at the topics of that show, the topic of the show is never something like, you didn't buy enough caviar for our state dinner with the U.S. ambassador to Papua New Guinea. No. Topic of the show is always something like, I masturbate thinking about my pregnant 17-year-old daughter so I can relive the memory.
Wow. Dark joke. Dark incest joke there from this gentleman who seems to be doing comedy, I don't know, in a club or in the club's green room itself.
Brace yourselves if you didn't like that one, all right?
And the microphone feedback starts already. So Tom Myers is, I remember. Oh, DJ Chemic says, did you get my link, by the way? Probably not. Let me just check. You better not be bamboozling me.
This was...
No, I did not get this link yet. Thank you for saving that, DJ Chemics. So let's get to the closer here. I don't think there's unless there's a call back to Tom Myers here or to Maury Povich. But this guy's famous. He's famous because the people on the Come Town podcast made fun of him a lot, even though he gave them a lot of laughs. So he is actually one of the best comics working today.
Why? Because a cat acts like a man. Oh yeah, I know as soon as I get home, my cat, just like a man, is gonna be sat down on the couch going, hey, what's up? You know my food dish is empty? My goddamn food dish is empty? And have you seen the state of my litter box?
Okay, he's doing a cat impression.
I know you don't flush the toilet, you sick fuck, after you use it. I know, because I try, because my litter box is so goddamn dirty. Refill my food dish, change my litter box. I'm gonna sit here and watch TV. No, I'm not changing the channel. Well, I don't have thumbs. I can't. So. You know I'm not watching Animal Planet, you fucking homo. I'm
very hostile cat.
Watching my favorite movie of all time, Old Yeller. Oh, yeah. That's where my cat and I have a lot in common. We both love watching things where stuff we detest dies at the end.
Like Rosie O'Donnell. That's a Gutfeld joke. Sorry, guys.
He loves watching Old Yeller because of what happens to the dog. Just like I like watching the movie Titanic because of what happens to Leonardo DiCaprio. and my girl because of what happens to Macaulay Culkin.
Oh, gonna take a sip here.
You guys, thank you very much for having a good sense of humor.
Okay, that was it. It's a bit dark, very dark humor. Tom Myers, very dark comic. Working with what he's got there. Obviously, he's not an infinity pool comedian. A lot of people have asked me to explain Tom Myers, but Tom Myers has been explained on podcasts across America. And, he's not really a successful enough comic for us to explain. And it does seem like a lot of people find him funny already. So thank you for that submission. It's great to watch him. His humor dialed in. It's dark. It's echoey. He's got a really good reverb in his delivery, but he's not one of the absolute best. He's just one of the best. What is this? Oh, there's a different streamer. So this, I assume, someone who's a much more successful streamer. What? You can tell he's successful because he has a door that leads to his room where he streams.
What? Is jellyfish a herb?
Hello from Portugal. Hello, neighbor from Montreal.
Okay, so that's a question. So, now I'm not a biological explainer. I'm not a nature explainer, but I do happen to know a jellyfish because I can make this perfect jellyfish impression. I understand that jellyfish are not herbs. They are barely sentient organisms. They're made out of plastic bags that are found in the ocean. And if enough plastic bags gather, they become sentient and they start eating fish, which is why you got to keep the plastic bags out of the ocean, guys. The Best of Brian Butterfield, the Peter Serafinowicz show. Joke's on us. Let's see.
Me, Brian Butterfield, 6 months ago before starting my diet plan. But just look at me now. I feel like a new man thanks to the Butterfield diet. The results have been incredible.
No one here.
Oh, sorry. The results have been incredible. Okay, here's your weekday plan.
Got a bit of a Jiminy
Breakfast,
Glick look.
1 cornflake, toasted with low-fat spread. Drink, hot water. Lunch, small raw potato, peeled. Salad, mini lettuce leaf. Drink, room temperature water. Dinner, square of low-fat turkey breast. Baked bean in low-fat tomato sauce. Broccoli shavings. Drink, chilled water. Pudding,
Not enough
ice
food.
cubes and artificial sweetener. Follow this diet to the letter every day. Then, at the weekend, it's time for a reward. Saturday is treat day. For 24 hours, you can literally eat anything.
Pizza, birthday pie, pints of cream,
Pulls off.
pork
I do
cylinders,
like-
potato grids, artificial bacon, large macs.
You name it.
I do like
Sandwich
the accent.
casserole, chocolate quail's eggs, garlic pudding, fluffy ruffs, hoisin crispy owl, pasta pillows, bonbon bonbons, McFortune cookies.
It's up to you.
Discount foie gras, egg and ham slabs, during dinner mince, mystery meat, quiches Lorraine, 20 cheese omelette.
Anything goes. Just remember, you've only got 24 hours and not a second longer. Sunday is your rest day. These trousers are so loose. I think I may need to buy a new belt. The Butterfield Diet Plan. Order it exclusively online at www. Butterfield Diet, .com.
I like this. That's a good, you know what? That's a good way to lose weight. I agree, and I like that. I like that. So in England, obviously, there's very different names for food there. A large mac, mini quail's eggs, very Brexit. Love it. Thank you for that one. And yeah, I don't know if that was a serious video or a comedy video. It's hard for me to know if it's funny, if the comedian doesn't laugh at their own joke, or if there's not a crowd laughing. It can be really hard for me to understand the humor. But to me, this is just a great video on how to lose weight as far as I'm concerned. So thank you for that one, and I will get on that. I'll try to lose as much weight as I possibly can in the coming weeks so that I don't look like such a goddamn fat ass on the stream. I will reduce my cereal intake. Right now, it's morning Frosted Flakes, lunchtime Cinnamon Toast Crunch, nighttime, because it's dinner, mini wheats, frosted, of course. But maybe I'll cut out my dessert cereal of Reese Puffs. But, you know, man's got to eat. You guys, thank you for watching the stream today. We're going to head over to the Patreon stream now. I hope you all, if you're at the Riyadh Comedy Festival, are respectful to the Crown Prince and his family. And I hope that you all were there to watch Bill Burr entertain the royal family and get them to laugh. And if you guys see any people playing the lute on the street, make sure you smash the lute, tell the police, or, you know, go watch a UFC show or something like that. Hopefully, Saudi Arabia is a much different place after this festival, and people can be a little bit more free with their jokes and their humor and their voting rights. You guys have been wonderful. We're heading over to the Patreon stream right now, so we'll see you in a few short minutes. And for the rest of you who are not there, I will see you on Monday for the Rumble stream. We've got some great Rumble comedian suggestions for Monday. I'm quite excited. And of course, Gutfeld as usual. So we'll see you very shortly. All the best. Have a great weekend. Happy Riyadh Comedy Festival. All the best to you guys. Bye.